Yo, what's up? It's your boy JJ Brown back with another video. In today's video, we're covering something a little bit more serious than normal, you know what I'm saying? Well, we've covered it on this channel before. That's why I'm covering this, because we've covered this situation on this channel before. It's over the singer, David. He has finally been arrested. A round of applause. Finally. Took your time, you know. Took your time. I think it's LAPD that arrested him. I don't know. But took your time, you know. Finally locked him up. Took the time though, I can't lie. But yeah, let's see this, bro. David was finally arrested. Shout out to Murray for the video as always, you know what I'm saying? Big up Murray. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's go.
Anyway, in updated news, David has now finally been arrested in connection to the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, according to recent reports.
It is LAPD.
David has officially been arrested in connection, and according to LAPD, David, born David Anthony Burke, was arrested by Robbery Homicide Division in connection with Hernandez's murder and is currently being held without bail. The case is set to be presented to the District Attorney's Office on Monday for filing consideration, so he's pretty much cooked. Emo boy, Hello Kitty assessed. Weirdo predator, like this is an actual predator. Someone who's actually involved in the murder of another individual, not Saikuno and all these other E-celebs you guys want to water down the word predator for.
About time. Why did it take this long though? Why did it take this long? Alright, so the gate is locked. I mean, I guess they've got to do the proper investigation, the proper process and all that, but still, it took ages, man. You want to open the gate? Sir? Open the gate.
And now people in the comment section are saying internet solved this within 24 hours, but here we are months later. Another person said this gotta be the slowest arrest ever made. Listen, they're
dead ass.
Trying to have an ironclad case here. They had plenty of time, and I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna get, well, decades in prison maybe.
Yeah, I can't lie. With all the time it took, they've got to have a solid case by now. With all the time it took to arrest him, they've got to have a solid case. I reckon this is gonna be like, yo, got him. It's gonna be an open and closed case. They're gonna lock him up and put him away for life. Well, it should be life. No less than life, bro. He should rot in that jail cell, bro. He should rot in that jail cell and never be let out. Dead ass.
Joanna said, hire all the ones who solved it online from the same day and fire the detectives. Nah, that's not how that works, but I understand what she's saying. Someone said, took them a while, but glad they did the right thing. I mean, it's not like they had any other choice. Other people are saying, I think the internet solved it the first day. One person said, took the internet 2 minutes to decide he was guilty. I mean, it was obvious, right? Like, of course, people still took months to collect every single data point, but after all that was collected and combined and the larger picture was formulated, yeah, he was pretty much fried. And by the way, this information was provided by the official LAPD PIO. They said detectives from Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division, right? So this is basically the official page for that unit. And just to catch up a lot of people to this case, because
you know what's crazy? You know when the body was first found in his Tesla, and like it was just found and we didn't have all like we didn't have all this evidence showing it was David, and no one did the check and no one realized it was David. They just thought, oh, there's a body found in his Tesla. You know what's crazy? There was a body found in his Tesla and bro still went on tour the next day. It was only when the internet exposed him and found out it was actually him that done it, then he decided to cancel the tour. That's crazy.
You know, not everybody was around during the David case in terms of, you know, keeping their eyes on the details and hearing about updates. So I'm going to play some clips and some video footage from ABC7 about latest details.
Presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. You may remember, and we've been reporting, Rivas's body was found in the trunk of David's car in September of last year. She was only 14 years old. Again, this breaking news just into our newsroom. We're working to get more information.
14 years old. 14 years old. How old is David? How old is David again? 21 or bro? How old? I need to delete my fucking search history after this. Someone goes in my search history, they just see how old is singer David. Known as David, he released 2005. I can't be asked to do the math. 21 years old. Yes, 21 years old. 21 years old. What are you doing with a 14-year-old girl? Like, what are you doing? A 14-year-old? What are you doing?
Information, and we'll continue to follow.
People are sick, bro. People are actually sick. We're like, bro, what the fuck,
This
man?
story.
How you grow a man with it?
Yes, so for people who are completely oblivious to the David case, of which I don't know how, if you are on social media, you would be, but she was 14. The timeline spans from like 12, actually 10 to 14, like, because they knew it just, they knew each other. They met online, Discord apparently, through Fortnite, and then everything escalated year by year by year, and it's just a disgusting case.
You want to go ahead and bring in now ABC's Alex Stone on the phone to speak more about this case. Alex, you've been following this from the very beginning. What can you tell us as far as this breaking information goes this afternoon?
Also, we're going to be speeding this up.
Well, Mark and Michelle, yeah, sources are telling us that this is based off of evidence that the LAPD was able to gather and put together, and now is going to be presenting to the LA County DA for a filing decision on Monday.
On Monday.
This was not from any kind of indictment. We know that the case had gone to a grand jury. It was expected that there might be an indictment coming sometime soon. We were thinking in the last couple of months or in the next few weeks. This was not from that. We are told that this is evidence that they have been compiling going back to when her body was found last September, that now they have reached a point where they believe they have probable cause, and it's gone to the DA.
And guys, that is one important note and point I want to make. Yes, unfortunately, it took them a long time to build this case, but in certain cases, especially when it comes to influential rich people, they want to make sure their cases are ironclad. I understand.
Nah, facts. I mean, bro, it did take a long time to arrest him and all that, bro. It took way too long to arrest him, I reckon, but they've got to have a solid case on him. This is going to be like an open and closed case. They're going to put him away. It's going to be an easy case for the LAPD, bro. It's going to be an easy case. You know what I'm saying? It did take a long time, but hey, let's look at the good side, bro. They've arrested him. They've finally done something about him, and hopefully they can put him away for life and he can rot away in that jail cell. He can rot away and live the rest of his life rotting in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because this is sick and twisted, bro. This is fucked up, man. Bro, we should have known, bro. We should have known. Look at the guy, bro. Like, I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to discriminate or nothing, but look at the guy. Look at the guy. He was a 21-year-old obsessed with Hello Kitty. Obsessed with Hello Kitty. A 21-year-old growing ass man. Obsessed with Hello Kitty. We should have known. We should have known. Look at the guy. And I ain't even trying to discriminate or none of that. But, bro, even his music, bro. Even his music was weird, bro. He had, like, some fantasies about murder and some weird-ass shit, bro.
And the frustrations we've been through since last year about this case being, I guess, stalled out or stagnated, because from us, from an outsider perspective, it looks like they're not doing anything.
Fucking hell, man. This, like, bro, it's hay fever. I think my eyes are killing and my nose, bro, is pissing me off right now. My apologies.
But inside, of course, they were working diligently and thoroughly to make sure that this guy and whoever is connected to her murder goes away for a very long time. Again, this is the most disgusting case I've heard from a creator, someone of influence being outed in such a way. And even if he's not directly the murderer, he's clearly connected. And clearly he had some type of sexual relationship with her, which would be already a criminal federal offense in and of itself.
And so a lot of people wondering, you know, so many things seem to point to him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but.
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death. And there was difficulty reaching that cause of death, not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts.
The cause of death, her body was cut up. I'm pretty sure the cause of death was obvious. Like, am I bugging by saying that? Am I tripping by saying that? If someone's body is cut up into pieces, I feel like it's quite obviously that it's a murder. You know what I'm saying? And we're left in the back of a Tesla truck. Like, someone's not just going to sit in the back of a Tesla. Someone's not just going to sit in the back of a Tesla and die of natural causes, are they? In the boot of a Tesla. And the body's going to end up cut into pieces. I think the cause of death was pretty obvious. You know what I'm saying?
It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found.
Right.
So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, let's say that she overdosed and then...
Her body was cut up. Overdosed. Her body was cut up. What are we saying? What are we saying? Like, yo, am I bugging or something? Overdose. Her body was cut up into pieces. How the fuck is that an overdose? Am I tripping by saying that? Like, come on.
Somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
Exactly. And because initially it was so convoluted in why she died and how she died, because they said they used terms like disintegration and torn apart as if someone chopped her up. But apparently her body most likely was put in the back of the front of a trunk, because in a Tesla, the trunk is in the front, a frunk, I guess they call it. And because of the heat and the enclosed environment of which it was in, that likely exacerbated the decomposition of the body to where it naturally decomposed or disintegrated itself without having to.
Okay. I might have just crashed out for no reason. That makes more sense. But still, like, in the trunk of a Tesla, in the front of a Tesla or whatever, like,
be chopped up per se by a murderer. And one of the other theories was that her body was already, she was already murdered, frozen, and then transferred out into a vehicle to be transferred over to another place, likely for burial. And some, I guess, bad logistics led it to where messed up the plans, body was left in the truck. I don't know the specific details they now have as for a timeline and specifically how she was murdered from point A to point B to point C to point D. But now they feel like they have enough evidence to point out that she was murdered intentionally, is what I'm picking up.
All right.
Yeah, we also know, David, as many entertainers do, had an entourage of people around him at times. I know some other individuals have been considered as drivers of this vehicle or either around. Any information on possibly how this could impact other people that David was around?
All I'm saying, with how long this case took, with how long it took them to arrest David, bro, this better be an easy case for them to, get my man locked up for life. You know what I'm saying? It best be an easy case, bro. Like, it best be like a quick thing, get my man locked up, let him rot in prison for the rest of his life. You get what I'm saying?
Also may have been around Celeste Rivas?
Michelle, we don't know yet, and if there are any other arrests that are going to be coming in this case. We know that there were a number of witnesses who came and testified in front of the grand jury, again, that this was not an indictment, that this is probable cause that the LAPD put together and moved forward on. But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, there were a number of other people who came forward. Those who are close to David, friends of David, family members of his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury.
Cooks.
So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
All right.
It's cooked, because when you have that many loopholes, that many liabilities, that many branches of people who know you and were witnesses and or have access to messages you may have sent them, it's not going to be airtight. There's always going to be one security vulnerability of which anybody, for really that matter, detectives, investigators, hackers, can use and exploit in order to link you to a potential crime, in this case a murder, because of things you may have sent accidentally, IP addresses, cached images, fingerprinting. And we live in the most heavily surveilled society we've ever been in. You're always going to mess up in one way or another. Even some of the most smart, intelligent, thorough criminals in the world will get screwed over because of either something someone else they knew did, a leaked address, using your own personal equipment to commit a crime. I mean, I just want to know who's going to start snitching. And I wouldn't be shocked if David wasn't the one who specifically put his hands on her and murdered her. I wouldn't be shocked if someone did it for him through his own requests. And just to clarify, he is being held without bail. That is what they're saying. Burke is being held without bail. So whichever judge is presiding over this case at this point must have seen so much evidence to the point to where they said, nah, we can't let this guy out. We can't even give him the chance to flee. And again, back to the comments, people are saying 8 months later, internet solved it already. We still listening to Here With Me and Romantic Homicide, right? Yeah.
Who's we, buddy? Who's we? You're on your own with that one, Kerr. You on your own.
Bro, what do you... Someone said worst police work of all time. Like, come on, man. Give him a break, bro. Give him a break. But yeah, guys, looks like the progress of this case is now escalating, and we are now getting closer and closer to a full-blown trial. Hopefully they allow filming in the court, because I want to see, we all want to see what's going to go down. We want to see people's reactions, faces. We want to see the judge. We want to hear the deliberations, defense and the plaintiffs and the witnesses get on the stand. Like, this is really a movie. But yeah, guys, chop it up in the chat, in the comment section. What do you think about this? David is finally getting closer.
W video. David was finally arrested, bro. Let's fucking go. It's nice to see some justice in this world these days. Good, bro. Good. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's finally good to see some justice. You know what I'm saying? Yes, even though it did take forever for them to finally arrest my man and shit. At least now justice is being served. He's got arrested, and hopefully with how long it took, they've got enough evidence to put this guy away for life and leave him to rot in jail. You get what I'm saying? And the whole situation, man, is just, it's fucked up, and it's fucked. Like, what are you doing as a 21-year-old? What are you doing with a 14-year-old in the first place anyway? What are you doing? Like, come on, bro, what are you doing? Like, bro, we should have known, fam. Look, the guy was always weird, man. We should have known, bro. We should have known. The guy was obsessed with Hello Kitty as a grown-ass man. That says it all. That says it all. But yeah, man, David's finally been arrested. Hopefully they lock him up, he rots in prison, never sees daylight again, and gets what he deserves, bro. Literally. Because, bro, this is fucked, man. This is fucked. But yeah, that's been my reaction to David was finally arrested. Only took months. Only took months to finally arrest him. But hey, at least justice is finally being served. But I hope you all enjoyed. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment. It's been your boy JJ Bomb. Take care. God bless and peace, man. Much love.